Are you struggling with shifting your mindset into a positive one so you can start showing up with a happier approach to life and living life the way you truly want to, and so many other things? You are in the right place. First, I want to say that the process of shifting and changing your mindset is not easy. So the fact that you have the desire to do that says a lot. It says a lot about yourself to have the will and the curiosity to do that, because it's showing that you know that there is a better way of thinking, right? So the reason it's not easy is because you're taking your mind and you're taking it out of a place that it has always been in and training it to do something that is not used to doing, which means you have to go through a process to get it there. It's not going to happen overnight. It may not happen in a couple of weeks. So in order for you to undo the things that you were taught, you have to do a lot of training and shifting. Now, if you have watched my videos by this point, you know I like to use analogies for things to make more sense to you. It's kind of like having an eating lifestyle today. Say you eat horribly and then you decide, I'm going to start eating healthy tomorrow. That's unrealistic. It makes more sense for you to start out with bite-sized or more realistic portions of healthy meals before you decide to just full force commit right away. So instead of jumping right into the healthy diet tomorrow, perhaps you can ease yourself into it with a healthy breakfast, and then the next day you can incorporate you know something healthy with your lunch, and then the next day after that you can keep adding and adding until you are really ready to adapt that healthy lifestyle. Now take that and apply that to your mindset. You gotta give your mind bite-sized pieces at a time before you just decide that you're going to have a positive mindset. You're not going to just tomorrow be able to do the things that your mind has not been doing all along. And that is probably why, I'm saying probably because you probably can relate to this, but that's probably why you have been thrown things and told, oh, do this for 3 weeks, do this for this amount of time, and then you're going to miraculously be a pro at it. That's very unrealistic, and that's just not how the human mind works. So I like to give people realistic tools to use so that it's not just something you're doing quickly that's going to fade away and not work anymore, but something that you can keep using, and then eventually you'll look up and it's worked. And the reason I know it doesn't work, I tried it for years. I tried for years to manifest, and I tried for years to just have these positive thoughts overnight. Like I did all the stuff, and none of it really worked until I learned to understand, to have patience with myself, and understand that when you are going through a serious process of undoing something that you're not used to, you gotta have grace with yourself. So now that we come to this part of the video, now I can share with you some things I've used to shift my perspective, my mindset. So first, I'm going to start off with a couple of books I've read. I know. I'm not the biggest reader either, but that's me talking to. I just jumped right in when I said that. That was meant for those of you who might not be readers. I'm not the biggest reader either. However, these books I'm getting ready to share with you were quick page turners for me. You may have heard of these books before, But just know that when I picked up this book, I kept turning the pages and turning the pages and turning the pages. And it's like, wow, um, this book is amazing. I wanted to keep reading it. Okay, so the first book, You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. This book, I mean, it tells you on the front what it says: how to stop doubting your greatness and start living an awesome life. And this book here, amazing. I can't rave enough about this. I'm actually going to reread it myself soon. But she takes you through a journey of, how you got to the place you're at and how to get out of it and the steps to, get out of that place. So yeah, this is a good, easy read for those of you who are just starting the process of shifting your mindset. Now, I want to give a disclaimer for the next book I'm going to present to you. I figured I would present like an easy read book when you're just getting into mindset practices, and then a more advanced book. And when I say advanced, I don't mean it's a hard read. I mean that this is a book for people who are a little more advanced spiritually. The reason I say a little more advanced is because as you're reading it, it's the way that the terminology they use, it might not sink in, but I'm going to recommend it to you anyway. Okay, so this is called Ask and It Is Given. You may have heard of this too. It's by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And when I tell you this book has changed my life, and this was just referred to me recently in my mindset journey. And I'm going to give you a short synopsis. I just think that this book is just powerful. Okay, so the book says, learn to manifest your desires. When I say that the book is way deeper than that, this book literally tells you, it reminds you of who you are when you came into Earth and how to reconnect with who you really are meant to be. And then it determines where you are in life. And it has a scale on here, and it has there's 22 places on that scale. So say you are, because it has, like when I said it has a scale of 22 emotions that you might be experiencing. Let's just say you're in a period of disappointment. Based on 12 being a disappointment, if you flip to the process for number 12 in this book, it'll tell you the exact process to go through to get you out of disappointment. I'm trying to figure out the best way to describe this book, because me giving you a description doesn't even do the book justice. It's one of those books where you just have to read it to understand what I'm saying. The reason I love this book, actually both books, is because these books not only tell you how to shift your mindset, but they also tell you what to do to shift your mindset. There's nothing like reading a book and it says, okay, you're in a bad place and you're going to feel better, blah, 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 blah. And then you don't know what to do from there, right? These books actually tell you what to do to get out of that place, and takes you through practices and activities and exercises, that kind of stuff, to actually get you out of that place. Another great way of shifting your mindset is affirmations, positive affirmations. When the reason I said woo is because when I first started my mindset journey, I had to rely on these heavily. And I like to explain affirmations are what you tell yourself until you believe it, right? So you can say, I am rich over and over and over and over again, but the affirmation is training your brain to believe you are rich, right? Because your brain might not be there yet, but the more you say it, then the more you start believing it. So that's what the purpose affirmations serve. So affirmations like, I am powerful, I am successful, I am abundant, I am wealthy, I am productive. I know I keep starting with I am, but as you read and get more into mindset, you'll understand how powerful the words I am are. because it's telling yourself what you are as if you're already there. That way you're training the brain to believe that you already believe it. So um, you're more likely for it to sink in. Now, if positive affirmations are completely new to you, you don't know where to begin with this. Listen, there, YouTube. You can type. You're already on YouTube right now. After you finish watching this video, you can go type in um, uh, affirmations to shift my mindset, and there's a ton of videos that will pop up with those affirmations. Or if, whatever streaming app you use for music, every last one of them has them. Spotify, Apple Music, SoundCloud, all of them have these playlists for you, so you don't have to feel like you have to figure out what to say. And the last thing that I recommend you do is changing the things you do or the people you hang around. That is going to affect your mindset completely, because ultimately the sure way you're going to shift into a positive mindset is about who you keep yourself around. If you're around people you're not really aligned with and they're negative Nancy's, or they don't really bring the positive energy you need, or just everything about them is negative, you're not going to make any progress in the journey of shifting your positive mindset. So that is when you have to have a conversation with yourself and ask yourself if you really are surrounding yourself with the right people to keep you on this journey that you're on. And I know it's not easy in the beginning when you're used to these people, but that's a part of the positive mindset shift. You gotta make sure that everything around you aligns with this journey that you're on as well. And I know, because listen, I've been there. It's not easy. It's still not easy. It never gets easy, but it's a requirement. Okay, so I'm gonna stop there. No, I just threw a lot of information at you, but I just want you to, one, be reminded that it's beautiful that you have decided to make this shift to have a more positive mindset. I think that says a lot about you as a person. And trust me, this journey is beautiful. It's one of the best decisions I've made in my life. It's what keeps me going, because life is still going life in the midst of your mindset. It is, but at least having this positivity to turn on when times get rough helps you get through it and navigate a little better. All right, so that's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe, or if there's topics you would like me to discuss in the next video, drop it below. I can tell you that the areas that I like to talk about are uplifting words, mindset, positivity, spirituality. Those types of areas are the things I like to discuss. So if your topic suggestions / recommendations fall into any of those areas, I would love to discuss it. And see you in the next video. Bye.